Shifting focus now to the Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi's arrival in Australia. He's expected to land there in just a short while from now. He left Papua New Guinea some time ago and he's en route to Sydney in Australia, where of course once he lands there'll be a series of engagements that he'll be part of, including a bilateral with the Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese. He's also expected to of course participate in an address to the members of the Indian diaspora in Australia as well. It's a 3-day visit that will continue until the 24th of May. We have Anand Tamboli reporting for us from the Sydney airport. Anand, tell us about the expectations from Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Australia. How long until he actually arrives in Sydney?
जी अभी हम सिडनी एयरपोर्ट पे हैं और यहाँ पर कभी भी प्रधानमंत्री जी मोदी का आगमन हो सकता है। हम उनकी राह देख रहे हैं। सिडनी एयरपोर्ट पे काफी लोग जमे हैं, सो थोड़ी देर में शायद प्रधानमंत्री जी का विमान यहाँ पे उतरेगा, तब हम लाइव रिपोर्ट करेंगे आपको कि कहाँ है।
जी, और आनंद, कुछ दर्शक जो आए हैं वहां पे प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी से मिलने, अगर आप उनसे भी बात कर सके और उनसे पूछ सके कि उनको क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं इस विजिट से प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी से, वो भी अच्छा होगा। लेकिन फिलहाल जरा प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के प्रोग्राम के बारे में बताइए ऑस्ट्रेलिया में।
जी, इनका प्रोग्राम आज का तो जैसे मोदी जी 8 बजे तक पहुंचेंगे यहाँ पर लोकल टाइम पे और उसके बाद सीधा वो विश्राम के लिए जाएंगे गेस्ट हाउस पे। कल उनका काफी बिजनेस टूर होने वाला है, यहाँ पर लोकल बिजनेसमैन से उनकी मीटिंग होने वाली है। हालांकि क्वाड की मीटिंग जो है ऑस्ट्रेलिया, जापान, इंडिया और यूएसए वो कैंसिल हो गई है। फिर भी मोदी जी यहाँ पर आ रहे हैं बिजनेसमैन से मिलने के लिए, इंडियन डायस्पोरा जो है ऑस्ट्रेलिया में रहने वाला उनसे मिलने के लिए। तो कल शाम को लगभग 3 बजे के आसपास मोदी जी सिडनी ओलंपिक पार्क में एक बड़ा फंक्शन होने वाला है, वहां पर जाएंगे। सिडनी ओलंपिक पार्क में जहां कुडोज एरिना है, लगभग 21,000 लोग वहां पर जमा होने वाले हैं प्रधानमंत्री जी का स्वागत करने के लिए, उनसे बातचीत करने के लिए। और तीसरे दिन बुधवार को प्रधानमंत्री जी वापस जाएंगे।
Also, Anand, there are of course lots of other engagements that the Prime Minister will be part of, principally the one including the Prime Minister of Australia, Mr. Anthony Albanese. Lots of issues to be discussed, including defence, security and also green energy. These are some of the priority areas that we are being told will be on top of the list in that meeting.
So that meeting is happening mostly on Wednesday in particular, and he will be talking on several issues including clean energy as well as bilateral trade, because recently India has signed free bilateral trade agreements which contributes to nearly $50 billion in exchange in both sides. So this is going to be one of the critical aspects of discussion in this visit.
And what's also, of course, very interesting to see in terms of the evolution of bilateral ties between the two countries, Anand, is the fact that there's also close defense cooperation, including the Malabar exercises. This is over and above what's already being done with respect to the Quad.
Say that again.
I was also talking about the defense cooperation and security cooperation between India and Australia. There's a lot of convergence as far as the interests of the two countries are concerned in the sphere of both defense as well as security.
So that is one of the point of discussion this week, and we will see what actually emerges from that. Not many details have been given out at this junction as to what is going to be discussed and what are the points of discussion. So we will soon know, probably in 2 days' time, as to what is the agenda and what comes out of it. But definitely, being a member of Quad, India is having a geopolitical interest in having that deal with Australia.
And you were also, of course, talking to us, Anand, about the economic cooperation and trade agreement between the two countries. That, of course, will also feature very prominently in the discussions between the two leaders as well once Prime Minister Modi arrives.
Yes, he's going to discuss several things, including he's meeting CEOs of Australia Super as well as a couple other CEOs in particular to have this trade agreement in place. This trade agreement is already in place, but there are several other agreements that follow this trade agreement. So this is where it's going to be more important. And I will report live as soon as more development happens.
Okay, Anand, and also we'll request you in a short